all that will be considered as published rate. And thereafter, if you are giving any discount, that is not to be considered as far as the rate of applicability of rate of tax is concerned. Final tax amount you will pay whatever you are collecting from the customer. But as far as the rate of tax applicability is concerned, whether it will fall in the nil category or 12% category or 18% category or 28% category, that will depend upon the published tariff. And published tariff, remember, it can be different for different category of people. And applicability will be accordingly. It is possible that some of your rooms are falling in lower category and some of the rooms are falling in higher category. Provided it is not related person transaction. That you please remember. Room accommodation services, if it is less than 1000 nil, if it is more than 1000, it is 1000 or more, but less than 2500, 12%. If it is 2500 or more, but less than 7500, it is 18%. And if it is 7500 or more, or if it is a 5-star hotel. Five-star hotel giving room at 5000 will be taxable at 28%. So, if the room rate is 7500 or more, or it is a 5-star hotel, then the rate will be 28%. So, 4 different rates. Nil rate less than 1000, 1000 to 2500, 12%, 2500 to 7500, 18%. Most of the hotel may be falling in that 18% category. And 5-star and 7500 more, it is 28%. Supply of food, that is one part is that accommodation, second part is supply of food. These are the two main activities of hotel and restaurant. Not having facility of air conditioner or central heating any time during the year and not having a license to serve liquor. A typical South Indian restaurant. Now most of them have air conditioning also. So if a restaurant is in this fashion, then 12%. If it is having license to serve liquor, although not having air conditioning, but license to serve liquor, then 18%. If it is having air conditioning, not licensed to serve liquor, then 18%. It is having a air conditioning as well as license to serve liquor, 18%. Even if it is a 5-star hotel, the restaurant sale will be at 18% only. Accommodation 28%, but restaurant sale will be 18%. And you have not to bifurcate now. Earlier under the VAT law, what was happening, that if your room tariff was inclusive of meals, only breakfast and dinner, breakfast, lunch and dinner, then we will have to bifurcate that what is the cost of that item, food item served, and on that VAT was applicable. Now that is not to be done. It will be considered as a composite supply And in composite supply, you will be charging at the rate of 28% because that accommodation rate which you have given is inclusive of that food charges. Rate will be applicable 18% or 28% or 12%, which is applicable to the accommodation. Composite supply. But if it is restaurant sale, whether it is served in the restaurant or you are serving in the room, same rate will be applicable, 12%, 18%, whatever. Whether you are serving in the room or in the restaurant. With this criteria, liquor license, air conditioning in any part of the premises, most of the hotels will be falling in that 18% category only. So for food there are two rates only, 12%, 18%. There is no nil rate. For accommodation there were four rates, nil, 12, 18, 28. For food 12 and 18. Alcoholic drinks, no GST, GST not to be charged, local VAT will be applicable, VAT registration as I said, it must continue, you should verify whether it has been continued or not, whether they have cancelled by mistake. Supply of packed food in minibar, whatever rate is applicable to that goods as per schedule. Chocolate may be liable for 28%, or some items that namkeen, bhujia, that packets may be liable for 12%. Whatever rate applicable to that item, that will be applicable even for counter sale. Sometime on your counter, people come that give me, means you are having certain items on the counter, that packed items, that will be on the same rate. But if the item is a cooked item of the restaurant, I go to a hotel and say, दो masala dosa pack करके दे दो. That masala dosa is cooked by the restaurant in its restaurant. It will be chargeable at the rate of restaurant sale. So without air conditioning, without liquor, 12%. With air conditioning or with liquor license, 18%. Only two rates. So the parcel sale will be on the same rate of the restaurant sale. Mandap keeper, renting out premises for events, conferences, it's a service falling in residuary category of service, tax rate 18%. If you are taking program of conference with the, service of food as well as providing hall facility, mixed supply or composite supply, whatever you consider, it is 18% only. Rent a cab may be two types of situation, 5% or 18%, depending upon the circumstances. Foreign currency exchange, 18% on your consideration. How the consideration is to be valued, that formula has been given, that if it is INR 0 to 1 lakh, 1% or 250. If it is 1001 to 10 lakh, it will be 1000 plus 5%. And if it is more than 10 lakh, 5000 plus 10% or 60,000, whichever is lower. On that, 18% will be applicable. Other services, laundry, business support, telecommunication, beauty parlor, gymnasium, club facility, all at 18%. So this is as far as the rate of tax is concerned. Then only two aspects remains, that is time of supply and place of supply. As far as time of supply is concerned, one thing you have to remember, that under time of supply, it was there in service tax also, that if you are receiving advance, on that you have to pay tax in the month in which advance is received. In the final bill, you can again adjust, at the final bill amount, you can adjust that amount in your return, that advance paid earlier, so you can take credit thereof. Otherwise, on advances, tax is payable. Second is place of supply, which all your hotels will be facing problems from your customers all over India. All hotels will be facing this problem. In place of supply, what they have said, as far as this room accommodation services are concerned, the place of supply is to be considered the place where the premises is located. That means, if your hotel is in Mumbai, then place of supply will be Mumbai only. Your customer coming from Delhi, staying in your hotel in Mumbai, you charge him 5,000, 7,500, whatever amount you charge. You will be charging him CGST and SGST, and that you will be paying to Maharashtra government and central government. That bill which you give to him, he cannot claim input tax credit at Delhi, because that person is registered in Delhi. If he is registered in Mumbai, he can claim, but if he is registered in Delhi, he cannot claim. For other services, for other goods, there are provision whereby such kind of transactions will be considered as liable for IGST, and if IGST is charged, that person can claim IGST credit at Delhi. But in case of hotels, it will be intra-state supply only, and therefore you will be collecting tax within that state, and if that person is not registered in this state, he will not be able to claim input tax credit thereof. So all your corporate clients will be asking you, you bill us on this address, you bill us on that address, we are making payment here, our fixed establishment is there, our head office is there. All those things will be coming to you, arguments will be there. But there is at present the position is that you have to charge CGST, SGST within that state only, and if that person is not registered in that state, he will not be able to claim credit thereof. Similarly, for restaurants, catering services, where supplied, you are supplying within that state, you will be charging CGST, SGST, you will not be charging IGST. The person cannot claim credit. Of course, for restaurant sale, otherwise also he is not eligible. But as far as place of supply is concerned, in all of your services will be falling in intra-state supply only. So IGST, as far as IGST is concerned, for in your output liability, IGST may not be there anytime. It will be always CGST, SGST. There may be certain exceptions, possibly. But in your input tax, there may be IGST credit, CGST credit, SGST credit, and IGST credit also you can adjust against your CGST, SGST liability. That is the position. This is as far as I could means identify the transactions of hotel industry. And if we have any questions, we will be discussing later on. Other speakers are here. Thank you very much, friends.